Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris Newbie Tutorial Series for version 2.7. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 20. And it's the year 2408.
Research concluded.
And research is concluded, and we just started a war with this faction over here that we want to vassalize. So these people over here who don't like us very much, we're going to vassalize them. And we're going to come in here and we're going to crush them. But first we want to get everybody kind of repaired and ready to go. We're going to let some of our allies forge ahead there for us. But as long as we win the war, this whole entire region should become our vassals, which would be wonderful. And then we can integrate them, and then all of their land would be ours. And in preparing to integrate, we have to have this number, this empire sprawl, up really big. In addition, we really need a lot of consumer goods and food so that when we take them over, we don't end up in a giant hole. Because that would not be good. Trappist has this. What is this? Chemical plants, it says. Can we... Oh, we have to demolish those? Okay. Because it's moving people off this planet, so... I think what I'll do is... There's enough housing here. We can do... That... This habitat, we're going to destroy that. Can we repair it? Good, that'd be great. Let's do that. The EQ Monopolis is the thing that's going to drive a lot of people over here. So we want to make sure that we have a lot of specialist jobs. We don't have any at the moment, so specialists can't move here. But this thing is basically almost done with its growth. At which point then people have to start going somewhere else. And where they're going to be going is our ring world that we're currently working on over here. So the ring world site, it's being built. We have edicts on to make these things go faster. So we have this architectural renaissance, which is really nice. Megastructure build speed plus 50% and an extra megastructure build capacity. So now we can build 3 megastructures at the same time. Really the only thing holding us back then is influence, which is why we turned will to power on. Some of these other ones are pretty nice. Scientific Revolution. This is a nice one to turn on. In fact, we can, so I'm going to finally turn that one on. We finally earned enough there. That's why, you know, in the early game, you want to have these autochthon monuments. But you also want to have them later in the game for those will to power kind of things. Well, what do they call these? They call these ambitions in the edicts. So that the subjugation casus belli has worn off. It took, you only have it for a year after we saw it at the end of last episode. We asked them for tribute and they declined, and it gave us the subjugation casus belli. You only have that for a year, but we used it within the year and started the war, so then it doesn't matter. Now it's off and it doesn't matter. The war is going to keep going on because we started it. That's what you have to do, is start it and then you're good. But these things, ambition, that's why you want to keep these heritage sites and autochthon monuments and stuff, because these are going to help you keep earning all of that unity that you can then use for all of those really great galactic ambitions. This site, adds another envoy. I'm gonna raise up a bunch of stuff on this planet. I want to get the whole planet done, so I'm gonna raise everything up. It's gonna cost us some secondary resources, but once you have, yes, will not donate. Once you have greater than ourselves active, which we do. And so then you can use that edict, greater than ourselves, which we did, so that people automatically start moving. Pops automatically start moving around when they're unemployed. Then if you want to raise buildings up on your planets, you have to go to a manual, because they're not going to show up, because their pops are just automatically going to move to where there are jobs. This governor in that system, let's just pick some. Well, see, so there's somebody with bureaucracy, which is who I'd like to grab. Anytime we get one of those people now, whether that's in that system that has bureaucracy or not. Yeah, that one. I'd also like to build a couple more habitats, but the doorway can only be described as a dimensional portal has been discovered in a remote location on Emerald Mausoleum, where their prediction algorithms noticed a strange weather prediction algorithms noticed a strange air current, which was eventually determined to be caused by slight leakage of atmosphere into the portal. The rate of loss is far too small for it to make any difference to life on Emerald Mausoleum, but the very existence of this portal raises some disturbing questions, such as where does it lead to, and could something come through the portal from the other side?
Situation log update.
Emerald Mausoleum being this planet down here that's a Gaia world that we couldn't probe the dimensional portal, that we couldn't do anything about earlier. Oh, is it just going to be a research project? Probably. Probe the dimensional portal. Research 1 month. Emerald Mausoleum.
Special project concluded.
We need to give this a colony. We need to say distribute luxury goods. We need to make some jobs. Hi. So the dimensional portal on Emerald Mausoleum leads to a dimension of pure energy, a small amount of which can be siphoned through the portal for our own use. Procedures used to handle discrete packets of energy, as they also have potential use as weapon systems. Ooh. Plasma cannons, plus 25%. Well, it's a little late for that because we kind of already have all that research, but that's okay. Elegate insights. Let's just get rid of that. Get those off of there. This guy, yeah, come over here, kick butt. Kick butt on these guys. What are we doing over here? How are all our ships right here? Great. So I want to do you and you. Let's go. Goal. Okay. What do we want to send you guys? Our allies are doing a gangbuster job on this thing. They're going gangbusters, and I love it. It's fantastic. Okay, gentlemen. Well then, we'll get our butts in here and make a difference. These guys are running. Oh, look. What's going to happen here? Elegate insights gain. Armor hit points. What is this thing? These guys are little. Like, salvo. Salvo. Throw those. Let's spit at them. And my guys are like, hey. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, whoa, whoa. It's over before it began. Excellent. So let's continue to march our way over here and kick some buttocks. Okay. Ozone X. The Dyson sphere is complete. Well, we should come over here and look at that because that's the thing of beauty. So over here, Dyson sphere. There you go. This game does have its beauty every now and then. It's pretty nice. 3400. Cranking out that. So now we're up to 4K. That's gorgeous. That's a gorgeous thing. And we can actually start a second, another project here. And what I wanted to do was build a sentry array site. So I can build that anywhere. I'm going to build it right there. And we're getting low on rare crystals. Okay. So Curam is bureaucracy, and we want lots of this. So. And this is a research world. And we want, we want the autochthon monument for it. And I want this, the research institute. This is Vite, more bureaucracy. This is great. Good planet for them. We need the food buildings if we don't have it. Food processing facility would be great. Galactic Stock Exchange. More bureaucracy. Protus is a planet that is focused on refineries. Since we're low on crystals, I'd like to turn that on. Timed project debris in that system. Let's go to. I have a free science ship. Go do that. This guy, what do you got there? It's the Void Wings. Wow. Okay. What do you want to do? You want to go over here? Crush that guy? Want to go there first? It's up to you. Use your best judgment. I'm going to take one of you guys and go down this direction. And food from jobs is something I'm trying to crank out in anticipation of down the road. Dealing with all that stuff. These guys go up there. And let's see where we're at. 6% versus 3%. So we have to do some serious butt kicking here.
Research concluded.
Like this, crushing their fleet up here. That helps. That's very nice. So go back and take all this from our enemies. And then come back here and take this. We could even build our Colossus and use that once, probably, and get away with it. I'm not excited about that idea, but it would be fun to build it. So the Mega Shipyard, I think, can build the Colossus. We have to go. Yeah, it's the Colossus. You can go in here and you can see your Colossus design. So we can go in here. This is the Kingmaker. It's got all the best stuff, jump drives, and it's got this weapon, the Neutron Sweep. We now know how to make a global pacifier. A shielding field is deployed around a planet, creating a barrier that is permanent and impenetrable, save for wavelengths of light. The World Cracker or the Neutron Sweep. So we can just build this guy. So if we go to the Mega Shipyard and we say build one, the Colossus, like the Juggernaut, cannot be included in a fleet. It has to fly solo. And that also reminds me, something we haven't built actually is Titans yet. There's a Titan. So I should probably design one of these and get it built up. And because I'm kind of picky about the layout of my things, I'm going to do this. And then what is this? This option is effect on hostile ships. Shield hit points -20. Ship rate of fire -10%. Faster line. Or for our own guys, inspiring presence. Defensive aura. Effect on own fleet. Ship rate of fire 5%. Tracking 10%. Daily hull regen and daily effect on its own fleet. Daily armor regen. I like that a lot. And then you can tell it stay at long range and fire its big guns. Everything else is maxed out. So then I'll do this. I'll like split it. 3 kinetics, 3 of the other ones. It's got the big bomb. I call this the Titan. Duh. Do that. Save it. Get rid of their default one. We can put some Titans in our fleets here. Because we haven't done that. We've been getting by without them, but it might be a different... Oh, look. Okay, so a bunch of stuff just happened. Technology. We lost this guy. And do we have anybody who could reasonably take his place? This guy's busy leading society research, so no. He's busy commanding. He's got research speed of +5, and he's a level 2. So anomaly research speed, and this is leader experience gain. So he's a high level, and he's really old, but he doesn't have any specializations at all. This guy's, research speed and anomaly research speed, and he's also got computing. Archaeology speed, leader lifespan. This guy's young and has a leader lifespan that's a long time. I like this though. I'm gonna recruit him. It's not as good as this person we have up here currently, but she's got a leader lifespan of -20 and she's at 103. So this guy's gonna eventually take that person's place. We're gonna move him up here when she dies, and then we'll get someone else to do this slot. And then we're gonna go back to edicts, and we're gonna say focusing crystals, crystalline sensors, armor, ammunition, shield boost, fuel. Turn all those on. Master's teachings, warring states, naval capacity, army upkeep. I'm not so worried about that right now. Research speed from society. Don't care about that right now. I don't want to waste the influence on it. I want to save it for megastructures. So that's the thought process there, is to save things for megastructures. You guys, can you... Is there anything over here we need to capture? Yes. Go get this. Land armies. How many is on here? No armies. Okay. Go do your job. Get the 4 spikies on there. This guy. What is this?
Commencing Planetary Incursion Initiative.
Can you go over here? Oh, that's not our guy. That's not our guy. Our guy went all the way over here. Okay, go back here. All right. Yep, you're going down there to take care of that. Cool. So we'll work this war. What's going on with the Galactic Senate? Senate floor, nothing. The Senate's in recess. Underdeveloped system utilization. Observation posts provide consumer goods while observing or infiltrating primitive civilizations. Oh, jeez. Diplomatic weight from economy. Well, we'll support that. Reverence for life. Diplomatic weight from fleet fire minus 40. No, we're going to oppose it. Comfort the fallen. Unemployed workers have their unhappiness penalty reduced. Diplomatic weight from tech minus 20. We'll reject that because we don't want our diplomatic weight from tech. Empires have been denounced in breach of the galactic law. Yes, so if they're denounced, which shouldn't ever be us, we should be okay. Change council size to 4. Oppose. Relocate the galactic market. That's we should initiate a new competition and determine who should lead it. That's fine. I'm going to propose change council size. Oh, I need 22 more. Change council size to 2.
Research concluded.
You can eventually get it changed to 1, and then you can pull the whole Star Wars thing on it. I am the Senate, which is always fun. Okay, what are we here? We're short on crystals. Well, guess what you're making? Gentlemen, crystals. Hab C says, hey. Synthetic crystal plants? Oh no. Let's demolish that then. This one. Okay. And what do the rest of them look like? Oh, we're a little low on gases, but crystals are still the thing. And on this planet, consumer goods, yes. Everybody still needs an autochthon monument, though. Governor gained a trait. Very good. Alright, what's going on with our war over here? There's a mod that'll make this galaxy center much darker, so it isn't so harsh on your eyes. That's one of the other mods I recommend getting. You should check out some of my other Stellaris videos because I list those mods below. But since we're not playing with any mods in this series, I haven't listed them. But definitely check out Dark Core. It's a great mod to have. Makes it easier on your eyes.
Research concluded.
Juggernaut. Okay, so that's done. What else? Is there any planets over here? Yeah, right there. Land your armies on that one.
Research concluded.
Very nice. We're just kind of rolling along here. Elegate insights. Okay. Kinetic. Kinetic. Pirate station rated. Great. That was by someone else, not us. I wasn't paying attention to it. That's chugging along. This guy's building a sentry array site there. Fabulous. It's just fabulous. It's great.
Commencing Planetary Incursion Initiative.
And what are we looking at? We're looking at 29% compared to 6%. Where is the bulk of this going to be? Because who are we fighting? Just these guys? Oh, and the Visari sovereign nations. Who are the Visari? Where are they at? The Visari sovereign nations. I'm easily missing them somehow. Tzikian Star Administration. The Visari sovereign nations. Where are they? Let's take a look at them. Visari Sovereign Sons, where are they at? They're in the Kahala. Okay, let's go here. Kahalojam system. Where is that system at? Oh, it's right there. That's it. This little tiny thing over here. Oh, geez. Oh, and we're about to crush right there. Oh, well, that's great. That's funny. It's like, yeah. Oh, I got an idea. Why don't you go here? He's going to take that over, take this over. Yeah, let's put the hurt on him. Darn it. Hurt him. Let's get him. I think in order to vassalize him and win... Oh, well, look, settle status quo.
Research concluded.
Let's see. I think a new Otharian empire will be created as an ally or subject of the Nomad hegemony out of 4 to 5 occupied Lechak systems. That doesn't mean all the systems, though. And so what I want to do is I want all the systems. So I'm going to wait and see if we can get this. You basically have to conquer every single system and every single planet in order to get them to accede to your war goals. I don't know if that's the right word, accede. I don't even know if that is a word. It sounds like it's the right word, but we're maxed out on food and minerals, which is amazing. So that's doing good. Hab C says, hey, build some stuff. Yes, I do. Build a stronghold. These planets are great. It's great. They're done. Oh, well, not quite done here. We can do this. Raise, raise, raise. So more people can grow on that planet and take those jobs. Let's see what other we got. Uthan says we still have... So they're what? They got 2 extra housing, which means we don't have to raise this up. We can leave it the way it is. Ecumenopolis is good. It just needs a few more jobs.
Evading hostiles.
This planet is a planet where we need to do more here. Okay, let's raise all these research up. The people who grow on this planet then can... Let's raise everything up. People who grow on that planet can take those jobs as they become available. Yeah. Alright. Sovereign Lechak's domains. Let's see where we at now with this. They're at 31, so we're getting there. Closer we can get to taking this whole thing over. Scientists gained a trait. Where was this? Obedin occupied by... Planet is occupied by the Obedin assemblies. That's great. That's what we want to see. Oh, and there's winter over here. Okay, gentlemen. What I'm gonna do? What is this? Member. Okay, the Glos Wahini have that. Why don't you go right here? Oh, they just got fleets there, didn't they? Well, that's okay. We can come over here and participate. What, they got a bunch of people bombarding this? How many? Oh, there's 57. There's hardly any troops on there. We're getting really, really close here. 27. Governor died on the Relic world. We know this is a research thing, so I'd like to find somebody who's research, but we don't have them, so I'm going to grab that person because they add to minerals and energy credits, which is always a nice thing. Zimpok, which said research. Oh, very nice. Research. Well, you have research. Oh, yeah. Let's give you a research institute. Let's do that. Vite says, hey, I got room and I'm doing bureaucracy. Yes, you are. Vite, and are you? Do you have any other special things? Special buildings? Special refineries? No. Okay. Sentry array construction. Excellent. So that's the start of that. Again, it's a mega structure, so it's only started. So you got to upgrade it like 4 times, 3 or 4 times before it shows up. Yes, extend the contract with them. This ring world site is 600 days away. All right, let's take care of some of these world. Frontier sector, Emerald. Yes, let's get them. Oh, they can take an alien zoo. Very nice. Robots.
Commencing planetary incursion.
Clone vats. We're going to say Agri World for a little while. Raise that building up. Say, do that. I'm going to keep my eye on this. They're at 20.
Research concluded.
So, oh, I see where we can make. What about this? No orders. Is there anything? There's Schmeg right here. Land armies there. Every planet we take from them pushes us closer to being able to just achieve our war goals. Otherwise, if you do a status quo, what happens is if there's a planet somewhere that you don't currently have control, it will branch off and be a whole new faction that still hates you while everything else will become your vassal. And what happens then is you end up with like this situation we have up here where we've got some amount of space in the middle of our space that's occupied by an enemy. And I don't want that. I want the whole thing. So in order to get the whole thing, we have to push really hard to get this last 20 points. And he's over here, and what I'm going to do is have him jump back here. Because there is what? Oh, there's this one. Glegamajagaman. Whatever it is. Get over here, gentlemen. 5 days. Okay, and I'm going to tell them land your armies there. So every time we conquer a planet or a habitat, we're getting one step closer to pushing them to 100%. And you have to conquer... You have to conquer every single system and every single planet of them and their allies before you will get that last thing. What is this? This is going... So there's a little bit of work to do, but... Now they're at 18. That's nice. A request from the Gloswarhini Star League. The engineers of the Gloswarhini have been following the construction of our ring world from afar and are greatly impressed with our progress. They request our permission to station a team of engineers there to learn from our efforts. We would greatly love that. It would be an honor. Yes, it would. What about this system? There are... Oh, yeah, there's 2 of them over here that need to be done. Okay, so this is in Vamas. All right, where are our boys at? They're on the planet here. Ringworld conclusion. After spending several weeks in the Ringworld, the engineers from Gloswarhini Star League have now left. Despite their cultural differences, both teams are satisfied with the exchange and have learned much from each other. So now I'm just waiting kind of for Synthon. This is robot assembly plants. Repair. And then let's go clone rats. NX. Tocton Monument. Ozone X. Tocton Monument. Ozone X1. Tocton Monument. Kiram. More bureaucracy. Let's build that out because we're going to want to integrate these guys someday and we're going to want to be prepped for that. We don't want to get ourselves in a hole. I see too many young players, too many players new to the game doing that, and that's not a good thing. So where are our armies? Where are these guys? Oh, embark all. I thought they were conquering something, but they're not. All right, gentlemen. What I want you to do is get down here to Vamas. So jump, for my love. Yep, you can jump to there, and when you get done jumping, preparing to jump, then you can come down here and take all 3 of these. Okay, land armies. So how many do these have? 34. None. Okay, sleepers awake. It began as a subtle shift in Rixian behavior. Scattered reports of their ships, once rarely seen outside their own space, now being spotted in remote systems across the galaxy. Highly advanced scouting vessels visiting ancient ruined worlds, refusing all hails and fleeing when attacked. Their purpose and mission unknown until now. We now know that the Rixie were preparing, recovering the databanks of surveyed beacons and automated scouting posts left behind when they retreated to their present borders. This is the fallen empire, gathering information for the return to the galactic stage. In Rixie space, fleets are gathering, armies are being mustered, and ancient factories roar to life. For the first time in an age, the Rixie zealots are looking outwards, beyond their borders and toward the galaxy at large. As their decaying shipyards are repaired and refitted, and the dormant systems of Titan foundries come online, the rest of the galaxy is left with only one question. Who will this once sleeping giant target first in their quest to reclaim ancient old glory? Giants in the playground. So they're there. They can now use the subjugation casus belli against us, and we could deny that. And fortunately for the Rixie, for us, they kind of like us. So, and their fleet power is overwhelming, but everything about them is inferior to us. So that is something to keep an eye on. We don't want them being angry with us. So we want these guys to go down here and take these 3 habitats, and that might be enough to push this on the final 18. We'll see. We shall see. Research concluded. Always a good thing. Research. Energy, attack, speed, weapon. Yes, I just want to keep doing those because we need to get our fleets up to be powerful enough. Remember, they had one fleet that was 212,000. And you can always take these star bases and do this. Close this. And so right now we have a 98k fleet and an 85k fleet. And that's just not enough. And this one is 114. So, you know, all 3 together, stacked together, could take on that fleet. But it's not going to be a good thing for us to do by ourselves. And we want to take a look at this and see what their battle cruisers. They have psionic shields. Look at them. I mean, their shields are amazing. So we definitely want to be focused on kinetic. They have lots of missiles and punch through, focused arc emitter, and armor hull. They don't have a lot of kinetic stuff. Are all their battleships the same? Yep, they are. And then we get to their escorts again. It's more armor and hull, point defense, and missiles. They want to go straight through your shields. They have tons of shields, so you want to be using kinetic weapons against them, and you want to be protecting yourself with shields because they're either going through them with the torpedoes or they're shooting these, and these aren't as good. These minus 75 shield damage. So I think you want to have shields against them. You just want to have shields. Shields and a lot of point defense.
Planetary Incursion Initiative.
Job, guys. So let's see. One at a time here. These would be done really quick. That gets down to minus 12. So that reduced it by 6 from 18 to 12. So these final 2 might do it. Which would be fantabulous. And these guys are headed straight for this one. This is their own.
Initiative.
Yeah. This may be over very soon. There's these guys. They got no more orders. And we're going to go over here and land armies there. And how's this doing? Minus 6, so it might be enough when they get done with GLARP. Land our armies. They got 135 here.
Commencing Planetary Incursion Initiative.
And remember, we have the Titan. A Titan versus a Titan. And they're sitting in reserve. They're not out front. They'd be squashing things out front. That's good though. Look, we got really good strong forces here. This is pretty good. So we're gonna see, and then there's some down here. If we have to go down here, there's a couple here, and we can jump down there and go get those if we need
Planetary Incursion Initiative.
Right, so is that enough? Not quite. Okay, so what I'm gonna do then
Research concluded.
is jump these guys to right here. And take these systems down here because they're still at minus 6. And we've got the spikies on that star system. So we have control of that. what I might want to do is send my military fleets home. Return, 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 and then I'm going to get my Juggernaut and put it right there. Okay, you guys are here, which is great. Come down here, crush these dudes. Glagagush. Is that a habitat or is it? It's a habitat. And then what's this over here? It's a deal. Patron of the arts modifier. Yes, we want that. This right. Oh, and this is a planet. Space Storm Kuix arrives. And it arrived in this. Massive subspace disturbances have erupted in systems across the galaxy. Early reports indicate that nearly 50% of the systems in the galaxy have been affected by this unprecedented phenomenon, which appears to be a byproduct of thousands of years of heavy hyperspace travel by civilizations both past and present. Scientists are confident that this galactic space storm will dissipate by itself within a period of 5 to 10 years. Until that happens, the storm will play havoc with sublight engines, shield generators, and sensor systems in those star systems affected by it. So that was pretty cool. I've never actually seen it appear before. Since this is the planet, I want them to attack that first. I think this might have the bigger effect on this score over here. On the war score. And get us where we want to be sooner. So we're going to try that. We're going to try that. Let's see how that works. It's taking them forever to get over there because of that storm. So the storm evidently slows everybody down. Yay. Open borders from the Darboian High Kingdom. Who are the Darboian High Kingdom? Who are those guys? Erudite explorers. Wow. Where did they come from? They got one planet. Huh. Okay. We have a relic we can use. I don't really care about using that right now. I'm going to save my relic, though. I'm going to save. I'm also going to check my edicts and see which ones we can turn on. Monthly minerals. Not a big deal. Hearts and minds. Fortress. Desperate measure.
Incursion initiative successful.
Naval capacity. Philosophical mindset. I'm not worried about any of those right now. These naval ones are really nice for later if you get in a crunch, especially against a Fallen Empire or against a... So let's see. Get that. He got that planet. He took that over. How's this look? 0. So if we take this thing over here, is this going to be enough? We're at 0. We can almost do it. We need one more point. One more point, and we can put this war behind us. And then these people will become ours. Well, they'll become our vassal, and then in 10 years we can integrate them. So, and that's always a fun thing to do, and that's something I like to show new players.
Planetary Incursion initiative.
And it's over. Oh, it's still 0. What are we missing? There's one somewhere in the galaxy that we gotta find. There's one planet or something somewhere that we don't have. So look for a system that doesn't have the spikies on it. Like this is Sao. What's over here? Oh, Smeggle is not done. Okay. Smeggle. I want you to come up here. Smeggle in the Sao system. Oh, geez. You guys couldn't get that? Come on. All right. We'll go over there and get that one. Dang. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Alright. This planet says, hey, I could support more people if you want to give me some jobs. Okay. And what about our EQ monopolists? It's saying, I don't have a lot of jobs left. I just got clerk jobs. I got a bunch of clerk jobs, but I'm going to build some more foundry ecology for them. Now we're just, things are turning yellow, and I don't have the patience to go in here and do things like this. Buy. Now go over here and sell, and go to food and sell. Because it's just, you could do that to not waste money, but I think most people just let it run into the yellow, and they're like, hey, that's what it is. Can you jump? How far can you jump? Can you jump to there? Yes. Excellent. Get up there. That'll get you there. That'll get you there quicker. jumping in 7 days. I love jump drives. I'm a big fan of the jump drives, especially because for these guys, it doesn't matter. The penalty to hit doesn't matter because their penalty to their offensive weapons makes no difference. So, yeah, and those guys have no armies. And then there's Blug over here, too. Blug. Okay. So we want to make sure to get both of those before we try to end the war. That way there's no splinter groups that splinter off. And what's this? A Parbitus. And, yeah, we grabbed that. Blug. Okay. So, we should be pretty close to putting an end to this. I would hope. Research. Oh, yes, please. Research. And what else? Yeah, that's it. Just research. Great. Our research is 7K now. That's all right. It's not too bad. It's ahead of everybody else. It's ahead of everybody else for what's our empire sprawl look like? How many systems do we have? Districts, 97 systems, 32 colonies. It's got 32 colonies. Okay.
Research
and that includes habitats. So shields. Migration treaty proposed. Ring world frame completed. Well, that makes me tickle pink. Let's get over here and do this. Ring section A. So now you can start to restore each of the ring sections. And that means it's basically done. So what I want to do. Subject enters war. Okay, so this is it. It ended on its own accord. Our vassal, the sovereign Lechax Domains, has entered the war against the Visari sovereign sons. The sovereign Lechax Domains has left the war due to being vassalized or annexed by the Nomad hegemony. Best possible outcome. So they ended, and they became ours, and all that's left now is these other guys who were fighting us, the Visari sovereign sons. And what I would like to do with them is a claims war, and just claim their stuff and take it from them. So this is awesome. So I don't think what got left, the sovereign Lechax Domains, and there was nothing else there. So we got everything. So they didn't have a splinter group splinter off, which was the whole thing. And so now they're ours. And they don't really like us. And so here's one of the things you can do. You can go down here and take a look at this. The sovereign Lechax Domains. These are fungoid and they're Lechax. And they don't really like us. Currently have neutral relations with them. So what we can do is send an envoy to improve relations. And we can send a bunch of them to try to improve it as fast as possible. And also what we can do with the Lechax is we can go into species. And let's see. Yeah, species. I got to do species down here. Right? What am I looking at here? Not this screen. Not the one screen. This screen. Yes, the Lechax. That's the one I wanted. So if we go in here to the Lechax. And I think if we set their rights to chemical bliss, it increases their pop happiness 40%. Unless there is a consumer good deficit. So, affected. All must be false. Oh, and the century array hub. So, all must be false. They can't be chattel slaves or domestic servants. If we do this, I think that helps. But it might only help just the 15 people in our population. It might not help all the rest of the ones. But at any rate, we're going to do that and see how quickly we can fix that up. Let's go over to the century array. That's the Dyson sphere. Where did I put the century array? I put it somewhere close to there, didn't I? Right there. Okay, so here it is. We got the century array hub now. Let's see. So tell A, build the next part of that. And then this guy, we could say, hey, come over here. Okay, so the Tzatzikian Star Administration offered protectorative status. Oh. So we could tell these guys, come over here and start a ring world over here. And he's going to start building a second ring world over there. Admin capacity is something we're really going to want to get cranked up before these guys can become vassalized. But this is great. They're on our team now. sovereign Lechaks. And we'll make them happy. And then we'll integrate them, and they'll be super people for us. So, and that starts to, I mean, come on. The green is everybody who likes us. Hey. So we're on our way to thoroughly kicking butt as far as victory goes. Look how far ahead we are. I don't think I've been that far ahead in a long time. Maybe ever. Gosh. But that's 1,000 hours of playing this game and getting better at playing it. So you would think that eventually I would start to be all right with Stellaris. I feel like I'm good enough to teach it. I just don't always know everything about it. There's so much to know about this game. Sometimes it's impossible to know everything about it. But I've always felt like I had a good way of teaching and a good insight to it, and people have said that about my dedicated tutorial videos. So ships, planetary management, trade, war. It brings me joy to see other players having fun with the game because they got it figured out. I'm going to change this. I'm going to let this finally know what it's doing. It's EB bureaucracy, not so much the mining. We'll probably take the mining off there and make it into cities. But yeah, we need more bureaucracy. So these ozones, like this one, Nanix, I'm going to make this bureaucracy too. EB. We're going to need a ton of bureaucracy because of integrating those other people. And since they're all here in this ozone, this makes a lot of sense to put bureaucracy on these worlds. Mining, bureaucracy, and then they can all be in the same system and we can get them a governor that boosts bureaucracy. So let's replace that with cities. Let's get bureaucracy down on there. So, and what are we doing here? On the Senate floor is underdeveloped system utilization, diplomatic weight from economy. Yes. Bureaucratic upkeep plus 25%. Boo. Naval capacity minus 10. Boo. But diplomatic weight from economy is fine. And that makes... And oh, right now the Larongo Shipping Alliance is ahead of us. Oh. Well then. But yeah, there you go. This is the galaxy right now in its current state in the year 2415. We want to position ourselves now to be... It's going to take 10 more years, so in the year 2415 we'll be able to start integrating this, and then it takes 10 more years to fully integrate them. So at the year 2315, these guys will all be our land, and then we'll need to spend some time after that fixing all of their planets and specializing them and making this all part of our space and making it work for us. But then right about that time, right around 2435, 2440, we're going to start getting the hints of what kind of endgame crisis we're going to face. So we want to get ready for that too. I want to keep focus on getting our naval capacity up. A lot of these planets now, I'm going to start stuffing 2 fortresses on so we can really boost this number up so we can get a lot of fleets ready. And we want to be in a position to just totally annihilate whatever comes after us. So that's where I'm going to leave it for now. Folks, as always, I hope you enjoyed it. Newbies, I hope you're still getting stuff out of this. I hope you're still watching. As always, if you dig the episode, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below. And for heaven's sake, use a timestamp if you're pointing to something specific in the video. And as always, finally, last thing, think about supporting my Patreon. Just a tiny sliver of cash. It really helps a whole bunch, everybody. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.